And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live. What's up, everyone? How is everyone doing tonight? Hopefully, you guys are enjoying your Friday night right here on Giant Sports Talk Live. Here it is, March 7th already, man. Holy crap. Time is flying, guys. Yeah, today let's talk a little bit about the what was released today from the MLB Pipeline. We'll go in order and we'll see what's going on. Real quick, guys, little bit of news breaking. I saw it break, what is about 30 minutes ago or something, and now I see Jeff Passan and John Heyman is also saying something. Looks like Garrett Cole is going to have to get an MRI on his elbow. Not good for Yankees fans. I don't know if there's any Yankee fans in the chat. I know there was a few of them during the offseason. Not good, man. Not good. They got Luis Hill, who's going to be out 3 months, right? Somewhere around there, maybe more. Now you got Garrett Cole, who's got a bum elbow. Who knows what's going to happen with that? Right? Didn't he have an issue with his elbow last year as well? Hey, Jacob deGrom went through the same issue, and you know what? He wound up having to go under the knife. So it looks like this may not be good for the Yankees. Woo! Woo! What's up, Anthony? How you doing, man? Again, breaking news that just came across the wire not that long ago, guys. So Yankees, are they gonna try to? He's tied up with work. Glenn is tied up with work. He will join us when if he does have time, because I'm getting out of here a little bit early tonight. I am doing a Military History Chronicles show tonight, 9:30. So I'll be out of here by like 9:20 or so, somewhere around there. So. But yeah. Anyways, Yankees, are they going to be looking for another? Is there any other starting pitchers on the market that haven't signed yet? I don't know. I know, what was it? Quintana, I think, signed a 1-year deal with the Brewers. And yeah, I don't know if there's anyone else out there. Maybe there's a trade. I don't know. Whew. Tough for the Yankees, though, man. Both. Right on, Anthony. Appreciate that. Both clubs in New York are having some pitching issues. Manaea, he's got that oblique. It sounds like it's not too serious from what I've heard. Frankie Montas, on the other hand, is a little bit different. He's got a lat the same as Luis Hill. So, yeah, there you go. So that others may live, sir. Yes, it's a good thing they didn't get rid of Stroman. They're gonna have to rely on Stroman. It's not ideal, but hey, it's an arm. Man, it does. It's I feel for Yankees fans. Your season hasn't even started yet, and it's already being derailed as far as your starting core is concerned. Nah. They will be qualifying up to the Giants. Yeah, maybe. Hey, Giants got depth, right? The Giants got some depth in pitching, but I don't know if they're going to want to try to move off of any of those guys. I don't know. We'll see. What is it, like 3 more weeks, something like that, right? 3 more weeks of spring training. So let's see what happens. Anyways, if anything else comes across, we'll make sure you hit it. All right, real quick. Here we go. Let's just bring this up. Farm system rankings, I should, by MLB Pipeline. Again, by Jonathan Mayo, Jim Callis, Sam Dykstra. There's a new number one in the farm system rankings. Who could that be, guys? Let's take a look, shall we? Where do you guys think the Giants are? Don't give it away. Where do you think the Giants are? All right, here we go. Oh, whatever. Anyways, here we go. Let's get right into it. Number one, Detroit Tigers. Let's take a little timeline here. All of them have it. And in the 2023, 2 years ago, preseason, they were at 25. At the midseason of 2023, they were 13. Preseason of last year, they were ranked 5th. Midseason of last year, they were 6th, and now they are number 1. They got Jackson Jobe, Max Clark, Kevin McGonagall, Bryce Rayner, Theron Lorenzo. I'll stick with it. Jose Brasino. Holy crap. Look how many of them are on the top 100. They got the 5, the 6, the 28, the 52, the 81, and the 94. A pitcher, an outfielder, an infielder, another infielder, a catcher and a first baseman, and another catcher and first baseman. Whoo! Man, they're Detroit Tigers, man. They're loaded. Wait, who's the GM? Who's the GM for the Detroit Tigers? Right? You guys remember who that is? Used to be a Giant. Not as a player, but he worked for the organization. Guys, remember? Anybody? Used to work under Farhan. How about that? He used to work under Farhan. Yeah, it was his first GM before Pete Petulio. Scott Harris is the guy who is running the show in Detroit. That was Scott Harris. So there you go, man. Man, Detroit. Whew. Again, does it mean all of them are going to hit? No, but having that many guys on the top 100, that's saying something. Hey, even if 2 of those guys hit, right? That's huge. Huge. All right, not going to spend too much time on it. We're just going to go where how many they got in the top 100 and such and their rankings. Tampa Bay comes in at number 2. Look at that. They have a history, right? Tampa Bay has always had a history of drafting really well. Even with Andrew Friedman exit heading to the West Coast with the Dodgers, Tampa Bay Rays are still getting it done. Look at that. 2 years ago, preseason ranked, they were 6th. Middle of the 23, they were 7th. Last year, they were back to 6th. Mid-season ranking of last year, they were number 1, and now they dropped 1, and they are the number 2 ranked farm system. Again, according to MLB Pipeline. Who do they got? Carson Williams, shortstop, number 9 on the 100. Xavier Isaac, a first baseman, number 50. Braden Taylor, an infielder, number 66. Trey Morgan, a first baseman and outfielder, number 93. And Teo Gillen, an outfielder, at number 98. So they got 5 in the top 100. Woo! Woo! Oh, boy. Pretty good. Doesn't really matter to the Giants so much, right? But again, Tampa Bay has always done this. This is something that they've done consistently. They have a good system. They know what they're doing. They know how to draft and they know how to develop. That's why they're always at the top of the list. Who came in at number 3? Well, look, it was Boston. Boston has slowly been inching up. In 2023, they stayed at 16. Last year, preseason, they went up to 14. Midseason rank of last year, they were 7, and now they jump up to number 3. They got 4 guys in the top 100. Roman Anthony, outfielder, number 2. Christian Campbell, plays all positions. Number 7. Marcelo Mayer, number 12. Man, they got 3 guys in the top 15, man. Franklin Arias, another infielder, number 75. Again, Boston showing something. They're showing something. Glenn is tied up with work. He'll be with us if he can. Again, I'm going a little bit short today, guys. All right. Oh, yep. Looks like he is busy. So I'll take it the rest of the way. All right. So again, Boston taking care of business. Glenn will not be with us tonight, guys. He'll you could join us on Sunday. We'll be the next time we go live. We'll be on Hot Corner for Sunday. We will not have a show tomorrow. Mike's asking a question. You can have a great farm system and still not the win. I know. But you know what? When you have a good farm system, you're going to be competitive. That's what matters, right, Mike? As long as you're in it, that's all. Hey, look, winning a World Series is not easy. It's not a foregone conclusion. Hey, as long as you got a team that continually competes, that's all you can ask for, right? Sometimes you have injuries, or a la the New York Yankees. And, sometimes it gets derailed. But, hey, if you're putting together a farm system, and the thing is if you got a good farm system, that means you're going to have a good future as well. So keep that in mind. It's just not – look, the goal is to win the World Series, but if you have a good foundation, you have a better chance of winning said World Series. Number 4. Why, look who that is. Holy shit. Does this surprise you guys? The Los Angeles Dodgers, who continually do this. Again, Andrew Friedman did this when he was with the Tampa Bay Rays, and he is doing it with the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers are always at the top, man. Have they even dropped below freaking 15 in the last few years? I don't think they have. They're always up there. They're good at what they do. Hey, credit where credit is due. In 2023, 2 years ago, about this time, they were ranked second. Middle of the season of 23, they were 6th. Last year, they fell to 8th. Yeah, they had a free fall. They dropped to 8th. The middle of the season last year, they rose to the 5th, and now they come in at the 4th. They have 6 guys in the top 100. Roki Sasaki. Now, then again, they may take a little bit of a hit until they have the draft, because Roki Sasaki he's gonna be promoted, so he'll come off this list, which in turn will drop their ranking, right? But still, you got Dalton Rushing, number 30. Josu Dapala, forgive me if I messed that up, comes in at number 40, outfielder. Jackson Ferris, left-handed pitcher, number 70. Alex Freeland, shortstop, number 71, and Zaire Hope, an outfielder, number 74. Again, Dodgers doing Dodger things, guys. There we go. Man. It is what it is. All right, here's top 5, Seattle Mariners. Man, they've really rocketed up. 2 years ago, preseason rank, they were 24th. Not very good. They improved it in the middle of the season of 23, rose up to 19. This time last year, they got up to 18. And in the middle of the season last year, they got up to 9th, and now they're 5th. Again, wow, my gosh, they got 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the top 100. Colt Emerson, infielder, and infielder and corner infielder. Number 20, Lazaro Montes. I'll say Montes. Outfielder, number 42, Cole Young. Another middle infielder, number 49. Harry Ford, catcher, number 64. Felon Celestin, shortstop, number 73. Johnny Farmelo, outfielder, number 95. And then Michael Arroyo coming in, again, another middle infielder at number 97. Again, Seattle Mariners looking pretty damn good. Looking pretty good. All right, what is it? Now, let's just recap really the top 5. The first one was Detroit Tigers. Second one was Tampa Bay. Third was Boston. Fourth was the Dodgers. And 5th was the Seattle Mariners. All right, let's keep going here. Chicago White Sox coming in at number 6. They got a bunch of guys at the top 100 as well. A lot of depth as far as their prospects are concerned. Again, they were kind of in the same boat as the Mariners last year. or I shouldn't say last year, over the last couple of years where they were kind of low in the rankings of your farm system, but they've steadily climbed up, and now they're coming in at number 6 at the start of the 2025 season. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Not too shabby, even though they suck right now. As a matter of fact, I was on Marty's show yesterday, and Mark Gonzalez, national sports writer, or baseball sports writer. Marty asked him the question, what's the chance? What do you see happening? What is a more higher chance of happening? The Chicago White Sox losing 110 or the Cubs winning 90? He came in with the Chicago White Sox losing 110. So there you go. There you go. Anyways, the future looks bright. Again, does it mean it's going to does it automatically mean they're going to be successful? No. But you know what? You have a foundation that you could possibly be working with. We'll see what happens. Number 7, Milwaukee Brewers. They kind of had a yo-yo, a little bit of a yo-yo, right? 2 years ago, they were 15th. Then they moved up to 3. Last year, they dropped to 17th. Now they come back at 7. So they kind of yo-yoed a little bit. They got 4 guys there on the top 100. Not too shabby. Cleveland Guardians. Again, they kind of yo-yoed as well. Look at that. They came in at 4. Then they went to 15 and 19 and 4 and 9. And a lot of the yo-yo, right? A lot of the yo-yo comes from some of their, like if you came in really high a couple of years ago and then you drop, usually you had a prospect that would have has got promoted. So then your farm rankings takes a hit, right? It takes a hit when one of your guys makes it to the big leagues. That just happens. And that's what happened with the Brewers. And I'm pretty sure that's what's happened with the Guardians as well. They've had a few guys get promoted. They lose their ranking, but look, now they're starting to get it back. The midseason of last year, they were at 4, but they dropped to 9, but it's still pretty good. You still got, what is that? 4 guys still in the top 100. That's not too bad. Still taking care of stuff here. Minnesota Twins coming at 10. They dropped a little bit. Again, midseason rank number 2, and then they dropped to 10. I'm not sure if the Twins if there's a Minnesota Twins fan out there, tell me who got promoted last year of why they dropped. Maybe. That's possible. Maybe that may have happened with the Minnesota Twins. Cincinnati Reds come in at 11. Again, they dropped because a lot of their guys got promoted. Encarnacion Strand, Ellie De La Cruz, I think they're Lodelo, their pitcher. There might have been some other guys that I might be missing too. But 2 years ago, they were at 5th. In 2024, they went from 10 to 14, and they're coming in this year at number 11. But they got 5 guys that are on the top 100. Again, I'll keep saying this. Does it mean anything? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Number 12, New York Mets. Brandon Sproat. I saw something today. I guess he was throwing 102 miles an hour. Wow. Go watch out for Brandon Sproat. Jet Williams is another one. And Carson Benji, I don't know too much about him. But there's the New York Mets coming in at number 12. Number 13, Washington Nationals. Got Dylan Cruz, Travis Sakura, and then Jarlin Susanna. Susanna? Close enough. Again, they got the number 4 prospect, 69 and 78. Now, Washington Nationals are a good team, man. Right? They got a good team. Good young team. Let's see what they do. I'm excited about them. I think they could be doing something. They made some trades. Remember with the Juan Soto trade? Holy shit, man! They loaded up from the Padres, right? Man, good on them. And they also loaded up when they traded Scherzer and Trey Turner, right? To the Dodgers. I thought they got some guys back as well. Pittsburgh Pirates coming at number 14. They were pretty good there for a while. Again, they dropped because, well, you had Skeens come up. You had Jared Jones come up. O'Neal Cruz came up. They had a lot of the young guys come up, so they fell hard in the midseason last year. But they regained a little bit of ground there at 14. They got 4 guys sitting at the 4 guys sitting at the top 100. Baltimore Orioles. Look at that. They really fallen. But why have they fallen? Why have they fallen? What do you think? Well, because older guys have been called up, man. So, yeah, of course they're going to fall. Look at that. 1, 1, 1, 3, and now they're at 15. They got a lot of young guys that are going to be really freaking good. The Orioles, man, if they could get that pitching, they're gonna be something, man. You got all these young guys playing with together. They've come up together. They're playing together, and you watch, man. They're gonna hit their stride maybe this year or the year after. This is gonna be something, man. Woo! Watch the Baltimore, the other team that wears. Well, they don't wear the orange and black. They wear the black and orange. But good on them. That's another exciting team to watch. Miami Marlins. Well, they come in at 16, though. Hey, they came in at 16. That's all I can really say about the Marlins. Philadelphia Phillies sitting at 17. They haven't been doing too well as far as the draft lately, have they? Andrew Painter, I mean, he was highly touted, but I think he went Tommy John last year, right? But I think he's going to be back this year. Oh, man, there's the Phillies. Right now, the Phillies don't really need to rely on the young guys so much because they got a good veteran team right now. So, right at this particular time, they're still doing okay with the guys they already have on the 26-man. A very good veteran team. Colorado Rockies, number 18. Look at that. They kind of been staying around that 14, 18, 21, 12, 18. They got two guys on the top 100. Texas Rangers coming at 19. Again, they fluctuated because they had a few of their guys come up. Josh Young, Lankford. Who am I missing? There's another guy. Who am I missing from the Texas Rangers? I forget how that worked out. All right. There we go. So Texas Rangers, number 19. Again, fluctuating because of the young guys. St. Louis Cardinals coming at number 20. They kind of been scuffling a little bit, right? But they still got 3 guys on the top 100. They're at number 9 there, and then 22, 23, 19, 20. So that's kind of where they've been sitting. Not exactly quite hitting on the draft the last couple of years. Let's see what happens, though. A lot of things can happen. Some guys, maybe they just blossom a little bit later. Athletics come in at 21. Kind of where they are, right? 22, 26, 25, 22. There you go. Let's see. Arizona Diamondbacks coming in at 22. They were at 3. Again, they had a lot of young guys, right? They had Corbin Carroll. They had Alec Thomas. They had the catcher. What was the catcher's name? Suarez, right? Can't remember off the top of my head. They still have Jordan Lawler, right? He's the only top 100 they got. He's number 11. Again, that's why they're scuffling. A lot of their guys have come up. So your farm team rankings will take a hit. It's just how it is. 23, Kansas City Royals. Eesh. Man, they've been bad for a while. 29, 29, 28, 25, 23. Not very good. Not very good. I wonder where they were in 22 when Witt Jr. was still in the minor leagues. Probably a lot better. But yeah, Kansas City Royals, man, they need to do something. Still have not reached the San Francisco Giants yet, guys. Just so you know. 24, the New York Yankees. Oof, they've really fallen. 13, 21, 11, 18. Jason, or Jason, how you want to say it. Dominguez is your only top 100. Coming in at number 21. Yankees, man. Woo. Usually they're pretty good at that, right? Usually they're pretty good at as far as their drafting and developing. Falling on a little bit of hard times the last couple of years. See what happens. 25, San Diego Padres. 23, there you go. They were really bad in 23. Then they drafted well. They got ranked a little bit higher there in 23 and 24. And then, of course, they dropped like a rock because all their guys were called up. Specifically, what's his, oh my God, how come Merrill. Can't remember his first name. Gosh dang. But yeah, they're coming in at 25. They still got 2 guys on the top 100 though, so not so bad. Not so bad. Atlanta Braves coming in at 26. They've been bad for a while, guys. Woo! 30, 27, 26, 27, now 26. Woo! Look at that. 27, 26, 27, 26. That's crazy. Yeah. Tough times for the Braves. Again, but they still have a pretty good veteran team. Jackson, thank you, Just Minks. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Let's see. The Toronto Blue Jays, again, they've been bad. 25, 25, 24, 24, and now 27. Woo! Woo! Man, that's tough. Tough. All right. Let's see who comes in at 28. San Francisco Giants. 17, 14, 17, 23, and now 28. Bryce Eldridge, our only guy on the top 100. Let's see what we'll read this one since it's the team that we all love and cherish, right? New president of baseball operations, Buster Posey, and GM Zach Manasian, forgive me if I butcher it, will try to improve the fortunes of a club that has enjoyed just one winning season and one playoff berth in the past 8 years. Wow. Look at how they, right? I think there's a few of you out there in the chat who probably thought I wrote this, right? Right? I think there's a few people on the chat who have a tough time understanding what's going on out there and hearing some truth. I did not write this. MLB wrote this. We'll try to improve the fortune of a club that has enjoyed just one winning season and one playoff berths in the past 8 years. After the Giants graduated 3 top 100s, Harrison, Luciano, and Birdsong, and rookie surprise Tyler Fitzgerald in 2024, the strength of the system is young hitters such as Eldridge. Shortstops, Josar Gonzalez, who they just picked up a couple of months ago, and Johnny Level. And outfielders, James Tibbs III, Dakota Jordan, Rainer Arias, and Bo Davidson. Left-handers Carson Wisenhunt and Joe Whitman could crack San Francisco's rotation in the next year or two. There you go. San Francisco Giants coming in at 28. 29 Astros. They've been bad. They've been bad for a while. 27-30. 27-30. Almost 30. 29. Tough times for the Astros as far as drafting and developing. And coming in last, Los Angeles Angels. Look at that. They've been at the bottom for a long time, man. Woo! 28, 28, 30, 29, and 30. That's tough. That's tough. There you guys. That's the updated. Updated. I did not Photoshop this. Straight. Hey, go. I got the link in the description. Go look in the description. Hit on that link, and you can see exactly what it says. Read it verbatim, man. No funny business, maybe. No, sir. Ben's AMG, number 28 is still better than 29 and 30. Woohoo! Yeah, how about that? Oh, senior. Everyone, if you don't know, why do you say this, senior? Because senior is famous. Yeah, buddy. Woo! 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 Yeah, Mike, right? We got the 24th pot. There you go, man. Hey, that's the way to look at the good side of it, right? Again, I'll say this again. I talked about it as I was reading the list. Does these rankings automatically punch you a ticket into the World Series? It doesn't, right, Mike? I think you're the one to ask that question right off the top. No, it doesn't. But what it does do is it gives you, and I think I explained this earlier, it gives you that foundation, man. If you've got a young foundation to work with, look, your chances of going deep, right? Either getting into the playoffs or going deep in the playoffs raise exponentially. If those guys hit and they are as advertised, hey man, you're freaking getting some shit done, man. That's what you got to do. I've said this over and over and over. If you want to have a good team, you got to be able to draft and develop. You got to be able to trade, and you got to be able to hit on free agencies. You just have to be able to do that. Some teams are very good at doing that, right? We're witnessing it right now, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, the Dodgers are hitting on all cylinders. That is the reality of it. And if people can't accept that, well, then that's on you. Because I could see it. The rest of the MLB could see it. You have to acknowledge it, man. Baltimore, they're doing really good as far as drafting and developing. Not really hitting too much on the free agents, right? Not so much. Trading, nah, not so much. Not really. What other team would you put up there, guys, that do all three really well? Think about it. What team out there is good at drafting and developing, trading, and hitting on free agents? Would you put the Mets up there? Tampa Bay, okay. Tampa Bay is good at drafting and developing. Trading, what do you think? Dilly, what do you talk to me? Do you think they're pretty good at trading? Free agents, maybe not so much, right? They're known for drafting and developing, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. There isn't. Dallas, what's up, man? It's the reason Farhan had to go. Not only are the Giants are not making the playoffs, they're not deep in the farm system. That limits what you can do on the trade front. Absolutely. Absolutely, Dallas. Correct. 100%, dude. Yes. Because that's another thing that the farm system does. And I've said this before. You could use your farm as a form of money. Right? You know where I'm going with this, right, Dallas? You could use draft picks or your prospects as a form of capital to go out there and trade and get MLB talent. Absolutely. And Andrew Friedman is a freaking whiz at doing this stuff. And the problem is, and to your point, Dallas, if you're not drafting well and you don't have a highly touted farm system, that's going to limit what you can and can't do, because they may decide, I'm talking about the team that you want to trade for. Other teams may have a better package to put together to get said player. That's the facts of it, right? Yeah, there you go. Free agents won't come. Trades don't have a choice. There you go. That's kind of one of the issues, right? And I thought the Giants were going to get a trade done in this offseason. I really did. I thought they were going to get something done. Didn't work out. Hey, it is what it is. There's nothing we could do about it now. We'll just see what the team does as currently constructed. Joshua, Dodgers, Yankees, maybe the Brewers. Okay. That's not so bad. But it's fun. It's fun. And like I said, do these rankings mean anything? In the scheme of it, not so much, right? Because the guys, they still got to be able to produce. They still got to go out there and get shit done, so to speak, right? Because if you don't, well, it's not going to happen. Shay on KMBR talked about how cold and the big oracle is for hitters. Well, there's certain hitters that doesn't affect, though, right? I mean, let's be honest. If you get guys like Judge, Soto, Alonso, Goldschmidt, Arenado, those guys didn't have issues hitting in Oracle Park, right? Those guys did not have issues hitting in Oracle Park. PK, yeah, I'm gonna go on for another, 20 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna do MHC tonight. PK. Yes, and no, I get you. I get what you're saying, Senior. But remember, half the games are on the road as well, right? Just saying. And some of the games that you play here in Oracle, not all of them are at night. Like, quite a few of them are, but there are some afternoon games, right? There's some, here and there. Just saying. One thing that hasn't happened either yet, Senior, and this is a fact. No, will not. Will B is laid up in the hospital, PK. So no, he will not be joining me for tonight. Yes, Turd. That's what I'm trying to say, right? But what I was going to get at, have the Giants been denied a top hitter if the Giants have paid the most? Right? Giants have yet to finish the highest in bidding for said player. Not once. Until a player says, I'm not going to San Francisco, even they paid the most. Well, then we got something there. They were able to sign freaking Correa. We all know how that freaking panned out. They paid him the most, so he came to San Francisco. They got cold feet, was able to use the medical, and they were able to get out of it. So there is something at that, right? There is something to that. There is something to that. Anyways, but yes, the Giants, if we want to get back to this list, Giants going to have to go back to the ways that how they want it, right? Drafting and developing. Giants are going to have to do that. That's going to be key. It's going to take a while, guys. This is something that doesn't happen overnight, and you got to have the patience. We're talking years, right? I've been saying about 5 years. Could be sooner if the Giants decide to dip their toes in being able to spend some money next year. Maybe they could fast forward it. But if it's going to be specifically through the farm, it's going to take a while. Yeah, that's possible, Senior. Yeah, absolutely. There is a possibility. It's hard to turn down a lot of money, though, right? If the Giants are offering a shit ton of money, it's hard to say no, because money is still money. Yes, Rick, it did. It did take the Dodgers a while to get where they're at. Absolutely, that is true. And they're supplemented by being able to offer those big contracts. They're just, it's their timeline is just hitting. That's just the way it is, man. We could all cry about it, but guess what? That's the nature of the way it is, man. Oh, what the hell is this having?
Am I late to the point?
Oh, yeah, man, what the hell? Glenn, your name is on the board. I will see you after school.
I was just, you took the, Eric, you and I are like kindred spirits, you know that? We're like brothers from another mother. I was going to come on the show and immediately say to you what my old battle axe teacher in grade 5 used to say. And that was a long time ago. What did she say? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for gracing us with your presence.
That's pretty good.
She was so arrogant and sarcastic. I hated that old bag. I don't think my dad and parent teaching, I don't think he had much to say about her either. Anyway, dude, I apologize to you, everybody. I hope you didn't miss me too much. I've even got, look, I didn't even get to wardrobe. I got an old A's hat on tonight. Get the makeup.
Yeah, it sounds like the A's, and that's something else we could kind of touch on. The A's look like they're still wanting to go to Las Vegas. Did you see they're going to have 2 patches? On one sleeve, they're going to have Sacramento. On the other sleeve, it's going to be Las Vegas. Only the A's.
And then we'll find out next year they're moving to Portland, probably.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. I don't know what's going on with the A's, but yeah.
Didn't this happen? Not even quite to this degree, Eric, but I wasn't a fan, and we didn't get the coverage we do now, of course, with the internet. So what happened? Didn't the Milwaukee Brewers go through similar circumstances where they were going to move or they were going to fold, and then Bud Selig took them over? And wasn't there a big fiasco and a farce
I don't know. Well, I mean, the Milwaukee used to be the Braves, then they moved to Atlanta, and then wait, where did they move from originally? Wait, was it? Trying to remember. They moved from
the Milwaukee Braves.
Right, they were Milwaukee. Before that, they were. I can't remember, man. There was another team before it. I can't remember who it is.
Little Ken Burns.
Yeah, they'll tell you that, but I've read
somebody will look it up in the chat.
I can't remember. It was Boston, right? That's what I thought. It was the Boston Braves. Yes.
There you go. Of course, dude.
That's what it was. Yeah. Boston Braves. They moved to Milwaukee. Then from Milwaukee, they moved to freaking Atlanta. And then on the weren't they an expansion when they became the Brewers? I think they were an expansion team at that time, right?
Well, they wouldn't have been an expansion team, would they?
I think it was an expansion when they became the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't think another team moved to become the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't think.
Who were the last two teams to enter in an expansion? Geez, I know who it is, actually. Yeah. Hard to believe.
Arizona,
the American League. The American League hasn't expanded since 1977.
Nationals. The National. Well, you can't really say no. You can't say because they came down from freaking Montreal.
Right. So the last expansion was 1977 when the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays both joined.
Dallas, Marlins and Rays. There you go. What's up, Ryan?
Rays. That's right. Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yep. Man, dude.
I remember opening day 1977, the Blue Jays, Eric. They're playing the White Sox.
And the Washington Senators became the Brewers. That's what it was. Thank you, Mark.
It snowed like a bugger, dude. They were out snow shovels clearing. You know, you watch football, they have to like clear the lines in the snow. So you know where the gridiron lines are, the 20, the 15. Well, they had snow blowers on the field in Toronto opening day. In 1977, people thought the fans in Canada thought it was great. People thought, "What the hell have we done?" And you know what added insult to injury? Have you ever seen the 1977? I don't know if it probably only lasted 1 year. Did you ever see the White Sox uniforms in 1977, Eric?
I probably have. I just don't recognize the year and what they were wearing.
Dude. There's a reason this team is like, I believe they're banished.
Is that the ones where they wore shorts?
They wore black shorts.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Butterfly collars.
Shorts. What the hell is that?
Shorts and a butterfly collar. My God, they look like the Winoka Wanderers, man. They were terrible. I think the Winoka Wanderers had a little more class.
That's funny. Oh, my gosh.
Dude, oh my God, the things we've seen in baseball. I'm overdue for a good book, a baseball book. Anything come across your desk lately, Eric?
Not as far as, I think there was a book that came out last year. I think it was on Pete Rose, as a matter of fact. I think there's a good one out there on Pete Rose. My favorite freaking go-to, I love reading it. I'm not going to probably get to it this year. The Glory of Their Times, man. Oh, it's such a great book. It's a journalist. He traveled all around the country with a little tape recorder. We're talking about like in the 1960s, looking for turn of the century baseball players, and interview dude. And
that's right basically
he recorded it and then of course put it into text. Absolutely fantastic. One of the best one is when he had to hunt down Sam Crawford. That guy, I guess, was like a pain in the ass to try to find, and that was something. He had to come all the way out here to California, I think, to find him, if I'm not mistaken.
I got my pen, a little stylo in French. What was the name of it? I'm going to look it up.
The Glory of Their Times.
The Glory
of Their Times. It's awesome. And I'm going to tell you something right now. When you read that book, it's going to sound awfully familiar. And you know why it's going to sound awfully familiar? Because the quotes that were taken for that were used in Ken Burns baseball.
Oh, has anybody revisited that lately, or perhaps has Eric and I, our discussion of Ken Burns, kind of ushered you over to check it out for a first time? Has anybody said, "Yeah, I'm going to check it out"? What did you think? If you did,
It's freaking awesome.
I think it's the greatest.
I love it, dude.
The
I
greatest
hope Dan's
piece of
watching it.
media. The greatest piece of me. Oh my God, Dan. See, you never know, Eric. I look at people because I am, and not to be arrogant, I'm musically knowledged. And then I'll go, "You don't know that song? Oh my God." But then I almost fell out of the chair when Dan's like, "Never seen that." I'm like, "Oh, dude."
So awesome.
I thought, because I just look at baseball fans and go, you've seen that, right? You've seen it. And then when somebody says no, it's like a slap in the face. I'm like, holy cow. You don't know what you're missing.
Right. It's so freaking awesome, man.
You really don't.
You talk about books. I just ordered a book today, but it has nothing to do with baseball.
No?
Zero. No.
The last book I read was How to Win at Fantasy Baseball. Before that, I read the book. I can never remember his name. I don't know why. But the guy goes on Dan's show.
No, Ned Coletti, great book.
The Dodgers, yeah.
The big chair.
The blue cover on it. Yeah, I read that. It's been a while. I haven't had a good book. That's why I say I gotta get something. I've been busy today, Eric. Oh my God, getting ready for work. Got a new show on the Rock Station tomorrow, so we had to produce that, and that's what I was putting the finishing touches on. We have revitalized an old show called The Roots of Rock, music of the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. So
nice.
4 from each decade, and you talk. So once you get to the 70s, you play something by a band that was influenced by one of the bands you've already played. You get to the 80s, you play something that, like, I'll play something from the 80s tomorrow, John Cafferty, and how he was influenced by a guy named Jackson Brown. So we played Jackson Brown in the segment prior.
Gotcha.
You know Jackson Brown? You might Running on Empty. Running on empty, running on.
Oh yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
Never heard of him.
Sounds like a jug band. Oh, you'd know him. He was he did the entire soundtrack for Eddie and the Cruisers movie. Remember that movie in the 80s?
I remember it, but I never watched it. I just remember the title.
He had hits with Things Are Tough All Over, On the Dark Side, Living in the Sea, ITY, Hard Times in the City. Anyway, now we're going down a different path. But I got to check out a book. I'm going to look that one up. The Glory of Their Times. I hope you aren't letting me down, Eric.
Look at that. I bought the Eurasian Century. Hot Wars, Cold Wars, and the Making of the Modern World. How about that shit, huh?
Really? That word just came up in conversation with me and Bernice yesterday. We were talking about Corey Hart, a Canadian singer she likes. And he had a song called Eurasian Eyes.
Well, there you go.
It's a takeoff of your Asian eyes, right? But Eurasian. Yeah.
Yeah,
wow,
the Eurasian Century should be good. Hey, that's where a lot of the shit's happening. But
yeah,
it is what it is. Matter of fact, I'm doing MHC tonight, 9:30.
Oh, pardon me?
Yeah, I'm gonna do MHC tonight at 9:30.
Oh, well, I'll be heading to bed. I'm not working the overnight show on radio, so I'm going to lay on the bed and
nice.
Little Wilmer Flores and I'll curl up and catch some of the show. Well, I've been looking forward to it. They've been getting, there's no lack of content for you, so it should be good.
Oh my God.
What is do you have a topic, or is it going to be all over the place?
Well, it's called Questions. I can show. Do I even want to show the thumbnail? It's gonna.
I'll keep it a surprise.
Check out the thumbnail. Pretty good. Thumbnail's pretty good.
It's funny. Every time I talk to Eric about something political or along those lines that we don't get into on this show, but we're off air, or I'll text him during the day, or we'll chat in the green room. I talk about anything political, and sometimes it's kind of disappointing in a way, because I'll say, Eric, I think this is going to happen. You'll go, oh, that'll never happen. And then, geez, 8 months later, sure enough. I had just said to you the other day, Eric, I said, with a team playing in Toronto, and all the problems that are being caused now between the U.S. and Canada.
Right.
You got a Canadian ball club. You got the Toronto Maple Leafs. You got the NHL. The NHL are having meetings discussing travel and how that may be affected, and because they don't know what road. Did you see? I said that to you the other day, and you're like, "No, that'll never happen." Do you see Canada? And I said cut off the airspace. Do you see they're going to cut? You can't get to Alaska through Canada. You got to go around now.
I haven't heard that.
That came out in the news yesterday, and it was highly talked about today. I saw it on online that Canada is really, and they've taken alcohol off the shelves.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's I'll leave that stuff to you, but you just never know, man. Should be a great show tonight. Looking forward.
There's the link if you guys want to go check it out. It's up to you guys, man. I'm not telling you have to. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I understand that. It's not a big deal. But I just like to go on there and
check it out. Let's all go to the lobby, get ourselves a snack, and then tune in. We'll be back with military history. What's showtime, Eric?
9:30, so in about a half hour.
Oh, shoot. So
yeah,
it's
we'll show.
I had to pop in.
Yeah, no worries. And tomorrow, no show, and then Sunday we'll have the hot corner, right? Sound about right? Yeah.
I'd like to give Dan a little hot foot, but that's a different story.
No, the hot foot?
Yeah, the old hot foot. Sunday night.
Who's the master of that? It was, what's his name? Who was the master of the hot foot? Wasn't it Dempsey? I think it was Dempsey. That was the master of the hot foot, right? Yeah. You
ever see old video? And I wish, maybe they've done it
no more because no one smokes.
Yeah, that's true too. But did you see Rick Dempsey? He always looked like he had the mustache and he looked like the hardened, kind of grizzled player. You know what? He was a bit of a goofball. Did you ever see when they had a rain out one stadium? He went out and he put on the hat and put a pillow in and he ran the bases and slid into every base in the rain.
Yeah, he was a goofball, man.
That stuff is missing for baseball, Eric.
Yeah, some of the character, right? Some of the character.
Yes, absolutely. I've said it about baseball, Eric. I've said it about baseball and other sports, how it's become kind of a
sanitized
and glamour, and it's players rolling up, guys now are driving over in their Jeep and work boots, rolling in with their $8,000 shirts and their Jesus. You see any video footage at training camp, Eric, of the parking lots? These guys are not hard up for vehicles.
No, they're not.
Jeez Louise.
I'm trying to get they are not.
I keep mine on the road, and these guys, man.
I know, right?
You got nice wheels.
Oh, it's nothing, man. Nothing.
I'm comparing yours to mine. I like yours because it's perfect in San Francisco. You got a tiny little car. You just zip into the parking lot. You're done.
Yeah. Dodge Caliber, man. It's perfect. Not too big, not too small. Gets where I need to go. Not going to complain.
I had a friend bought one of those. What do you call those big trucks?
There's a lot of them.
What do you call that? The huge. It looks like a military vehicle.
Humvee?
No, nope. There's the baby version, and then there's the granddaddy version.
All of them have them. Fords, Chevy, you name it.
What do you call those vehicles? No, the big truck. The big truck. Anyway, he bought one of these things. He won the lottery. I don't want to get into too deep in case he tuned in. The guy won the lottery, Eric. He bought a couple of these vehicles. You guys know what I'm talking about. The big truck from like the 90s.
That's the Humvee. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger used to freaking
drive. It had a specific name. Anyway, this big truck. It would cost you like $400 to fill the tank and it just burn the gas. And you couldn't park it in town. A year later, the guy went bankrupt.
And that happens.
And Bernice knows this person too. I'm like, how does the guy have $1 million and a year later? Not only is he's bankrupt, Eric. He had to sell things off. He bought a beautiful home. The
Hummer?
next year. That's it. A Hummer.
It's the same thing. Humvee.
He bought a baby Hummer and a big Hummer. And then he says, Glenn, I can't drive the big Hummer. I'm like, oh, you having a problem like getting around town? No, I can't drive it. I can't afford gas. Like, oh. Meanwhile, you know what else this guy was big into? Guys, that, on a boring night, here's something. If it's a non-baseball day, what do you do with your money if you win the lotto? What do you do with it? This guy, you know what he went wild on? He bought these cement statues that were like 10 feet, 12 feet tall of like Sasquatch.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
And angels. And
I know who you're talking about. You told me about it at the baseball game.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And Bernice at the ball game, she's like, yep, she knows this person. And we just shake our head. So a year later, guys, they go from living in a mansion. He posts up on his face. And actually, he knew people were finding out. So he puts up on his Facebook page this tiny little house. And it's got, when you have a house that's probably, 70 years old, Eric, and you rip the front steps right off the cement. It leaves like the big mark, like blazoned right in the cement.
Right.
He's got the house. It's got no front steps.
Oh my!
He goes, I just picked up a fixer-upper. They're like, well, what are you working on that? And we're living in it. We decided to sell. We decided to sell. Oh my God. I don't like to see people suffer because you know what? It's a sad trait in this world. People who are suffering, it's always people who like to laugh at those people or, kind of get on them. But
yeah,
the guy won $1 million and it was handed to him. He didn't win it. He was kind of give it 100.
Dallas. $1 million doesn't go as it used to. You're going to get 6 statues. I'm telling you, man.
In California, $1 million. Jeez. You can't buy a house for $1 million there.
Dude. It's going to get worse, too.
Unbelievable. Anyway, I just went down that road. It was...
honestly, hold on. PK's got questions.
PK.
No, today wasn't an open forum, but hey, what do you got, man? We're done.
Oh, it wasn't? Oh, here I got way off topic. I thought it was open forum, so I'm just chatting.
No, the MLB Pipeline, they released their farm system rankings, and we went over that. Giants came in at 28, by the way.
I would have said 28. That's right on. Isn't that right on mark, Eric?
Yeah, kind of.
It really
Guess
is.
who's number 1? Detroit.
I'd say the top teams would be Detroit. Okay, my top 5, probably at number 5, you'd have the Dodgers. 4, is Tampa up in the top?
2.
There you go. It's the teams that you expect to be up there. The
3 was Boston. What that one was pretty good. And 4 was the Dodgers.
Who was 5? Do you remember?
Seattle.
And see, those are all teams, Eric. They don't really change. There's probably like the Dodgers every year probably start out at what? About number 1 and drop to 3 or start number 2 and drop because you know why they would drop, and then people would go, yeah, but look, their net worth must be dropping. No, it means they're having success.
Yeah.
Who would be on their list this year? Wouldn't Roki Sasaki be considered a prospect?
Yeah, he is. He's number 1. That's why they're rated so high. Once he goes, because he's probably going to come out of camp,
so watch it'll drop a couple of spots, but they're still
good. And it's going to go back up when they have the next draft here in July.
It's not a fluke. They've got the right people in the right positions.
Andrew Friedman knows what he's doing. Yeah.
Yep.
What's your question, PK? You said you got questions. Let's hear it.
Don't they have a prospect by the last name Freeman, Eric?
I don't think they have a Friedman.
The Dodgers. I thought they had a prospect. His last name's Friedman or Freeman. Freeman.
Maybe a Freeman. I can't remember. Honestly, I don't remember.
Yeah. At first, I was like, oh, maybe he's related. It's Freeman.
What you got, PK? Hey, man, dude, I got to get going, so ask your question, bud.
I just got here. Well, better late than never. Wanted to grace you with my appearance. Because I knew if I didn't show up, Eric would never do this. Tonight's show brought to you by Duxwell Printing, Lefties, Genesis Gold IRA, Signatures for Soldiers, and BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com. Eric goes, yeah, I'll do that next week.
Yeah, be right on that one. Well, I guess he's got no question. All right. Hey, Glenn, let's get out of here so I can just get ready.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I know, like right? Hey, unless you want to keep going, it's up to you. But
no, I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna go watch military history. I've been working since I got about 2 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Afternoon, Eric, right back to the radio studio. I did morning again, my last morning show this week. So I think Dave's back Monday. I've been working 28, 21-hour days, dude.
I hear you.
It's catching up. I am going to sleep till noon tomorrow.
There it is.
We're off tomorrow night, too. I can just Alex Freeland. I was thinking his last name was Freeman. That's right. Thanks, GI. A shortstop. That I knew he was an infielder, and it was I thought it was Freeman. But there you go. I'm not paid. I'm not in the pay grade to know about the Dodgers.
I know. All right, guys. Hey, we'll be back Sunday night hot corner.
Hey, Paul.
Me, Glenn, Dan, and Lou will be back at it on the hot corner. Should be fun.
It's always a good show.
Yeah, it's always fun, man. It's always fun.
Yeah,
so tomorrow will be no show, and then you guys enjoy your Saturday, and we'll be back Sunday night.
I know you got to get out of here, but on a quick note, how's Will be?
Doing well. He's still in the hospital. Doing well.
Okay. Keep us
He's hanging in there. Hanging in there.
Okay. Your thoughts? Will be. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Will, hope you're feeling better. He was in here earlier, but then he got some other medication, so he's high as a kite right now. All right. Anyways, let's get the hell out of here. We'll see you guys Sunday night, 8 o'clock, hot corner. Should be a lot of fun. All right, Glenn, have a good one, man.
Oh my God. We'll be in the hospital, and what are he reaping benefits or what?
No, not at all. Bastard. Not at all.
High as a kite. Dude, I'm going to take my pain pills in a few minutes. That's one thing about being in the radio studio or even on the show. Guys don't realize when I'm in the show and you're leaned over here at the desk, after 2 hours, man, I get up. I'm like the hunchback. I walk around like this.
Get a little stiff. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys be good, and we'll see you Sunday night.
Have a good show. Be over there.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Military History Chronicles. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.